following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. So you can come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
All right, buddy, welcome to Hudson, Texas. It's the counselor, Stephen Shires, along with the voice of Rough Rider baseball, Mr. Jason Locke. It's a fine evening for a little baseball, Locke.
That's right. A good night over here in Hudson. We're looking forward to a great game. These two teams playing well right in the thick of the district battle. Rough Riders are in third place, and the Hudson Hornets are in second place. So this could have big ramifications tonight.
We see right here, we see the gentleman coming toward us. He was the Center Motor Company Ford Tough participant of the game the other night. His name is Kevin Crawford.
The hero of Madisonville.
That's right.
We'll do everything we can to help. I hear you.
So Mr. Crawford said that the pitcher tonight from Hudson throws hard.
Yeah, 85, 86, and he doesn't want any more of that. He's still got a couple of bruises to shake off from Madisonville. All right, starting lineup's coming to the plate.
So, of course, Easton Wolf, when he's in the field, he's Easton Wolf. When he's on the mound, he's Captain Hook.
That's right. He had a great game the other night.
So, Easton will start off. And then, of course, Horton will bat second. Bellin will be in the third spot. Atkinson, of course, will be cleanup. And then we got Gage Vidrine again. Sometimes he's 13 on the road. He's 1 at home. And then Sutton Link. And then Jaden Lane, our big catcher, who's been on fire with the bat, along with the arm.
That's right.
And then Trenton Stockwell will be in the 8th spot, and then number 9, Caden Nutt, will be DHing, I suppose, for our left fielder, Emanis. So this is the lineup that I think Coach Ellis has kind of seen, and I suppose we're going to have Wolf starting. We're going to have the captain start tonight.
We had one change there. We got the captain out there. He's going to be on the mound. He'll get the baseball to start things off here against the Hornets.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We're going to hear from B3 Car Wash. Right there you go. Get your car washed there. When we come back, we'll get ready for the first pitch coming up.
B3, that's the name. What does that name mean to you? B3 Oregon, dude. It's the sound of the 60s. B3 is the only thing that is before B4. It's a vitamin, good for the teeth and bones. None of the above. It's B3 Car Wash right there on Tunhaw Highway. You can do it yourself or you can drive through. It's B3 Car Wash. What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. It's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm.
Gaddy's Medical Supply. It's your one-stop shop for the supplies and the equipment that you need
as you go along your recovery. Their compassionate and knowledgeable staff is there to help you as you get better. Gaddy's Medical Supply. At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Everybody, welcome back. It's time for the national anthem.
Please rise and move cover for our national anthem.
All right, everybody, that's our national anthem. When we come back, the first pitch. Let's hear from Wright Chrysler, which brings us our pregame show here live on NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
You're watching NETSN and Pineywood sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Riders take on the Hudson Hornets live from Hudson Field.
Everybody, welcome back. You ready for the first pitch here? Last couple coming up. We do see this number 10, number Williams for Hudson does have a little bit of heat.
Yeah, big right-hander. He long and lanky, so he's going to bring it about 85, 86 tonight. He just threw a pretty good hook, so we'll get a good mix.
He's got a blue glove, too.
Hudson plays, of course, they're a non-football school, so they play some form of baseball year-round over here. Very big in the Dixie leagues and things for the young guys, so these boys have been playing a long time. They play a good brand of baseball.
Pitcher number 11, Easton Wolf.
All right, Easton Wolf going to lead things off along with Logan Horton and TJ Bellin to get this game cranked up tonight. And first pitch coming up in seconds. And fastball stays high, ball one. And ball two, same pitch, same place. Wolf's kind of got the Noma Garciaparra thing going on with the gloves. He steps out and resets and checks the Velcro every pitch.
Got to make sure it's just right.
And that one swung on. It is triple Oh, it is a fair ball. We thought it was going foul. So did Easton. He did not break out of the box. Unfortunately, the ball, he thinks it hit him maybe. So Coach Ellis is going to appeal. That's why he didn't come busting out of the box. He thought the ball hit him.
And if the umpires are going to talk about it.
Coach Ellis quick to appeal that the ball was fouled off of Easton. And they're going to put him back in the box. So that is a foul ball. Good job by center making that appeal. Coach Ellis was quick out of the box at third base. Of course, we were wondering why Easton just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
Ball went off his leg, went fair. Third baseman made a play on it. So here we go. So now it's 2 balls, 1 strike to Easton Wolf. And he drives this hard into center field. The center fielder did not have to move, and May makes the out for the Hornets. That ball was struck well by Wolf. Just hit it right where they were.
Number 8, Logan Horton.
So senior Logan Horton going to step in the 2 spot. And a swing and a miss on a fastball outside. Nothing but heat so far from Williams. And there he throws the breaking ball for strike 2. Comes back, fastball, strike 3. So good stuff from Williams so far. Riders have 2 outs on the board. T.J. Bellin steps in. One of our 2 starting seniors. Bellin, a good athlete, plays quarterback for the Rough Riders.
And point guard for the basketball team.
And he swings on a curveball outside, strike 1. And that one bounces in, 1-1. And that one inside. And that's strike 2, 1-2. Good fastball in under the hands. Bellin just could not stop himself.
Yeah, he tried to stop his swing, but he was too committed.
And strike 3. So Hudson goes 1, 2, 3. And the Riders pick up the gloves, and we'll come back for the bottom of the first.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Behold, the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Bay Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Bay Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something. Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
Everybody, welcome back. We go. Chris Wallington, who's not here with us this evening, but he did prepare us some information. So, looking at the district race, the Bullard Panthers are 6-0. Of course, we played 2 tough ones against them and came up short. Hudson is in the second spot at 4-2, and we are right behind them at 3-3.
Pretty tight race so
along
far.
with Palestine, who we split with them.
Yeah, tight race. Madisonville kind of brings up the bottom of the district. They're 0-6 so far. So we'll face Benaki, Warren, and Slatter. And Benaki hits this into right field. Should be a good play by Vadrine, and he puts it away.
One pitch, one out.
All right, so Warren comes to the plate. He's the starting catcher for the Hornets. Going to be a left side.
Got a little Billy Squire in the walk-up music.
You got good music here.
Yep.
And starts him with a breaking ball low and inside. Wolf really had the curveball working the last time we saw him on the mound. See if the breaking stuff helps him tonight. Fastball comes right down the middle. Just kind of bounced right out of Lane's glove. Count now 1-1. Warren hits this in the gap between first and second. That'll be a base hit for the catcher.
Oh.
Wow. Good choice.
Little Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed, when you're hot, you're hot. It is senior night here in Hudson. Of course, one of the seniors they congratulated is the young man coming to the plate. His name is Slatter. Those of you in Shelby County listening, you may recognize that. He is from the Shelby County Slatters. And he takes the ball on the outside corner. Man at first, one away. And they'll check it first. Yeah, Grandma Beverly got to go out on the field and congratulate her grandson on senior night tonight. Beverly Slatter here along with her son and his family. Runner at first. They're going to check again. He has got a huge lead over there. He's back safe, a little tighter that time. And that pitch outside, 2-0. I think they were anticipating a steal there. That pitch would have set Lane up well for a throw. And this is fouled out of play. 2-1.
Good crowd here for both teams.
Good lead at first. He goes. Lane will have a shot. And the ball
got him.
Hops in.
Oh,
my goodness. They called him safe. Not sure what they saw that we didn't see. Lane had him by a step. The ball did hop, but I thought he put the tag on.
That bounced, but it bounced right perfect into a tagging position.
Not sure Coach Ellis may be questioning the position of the batter. He might have asked for some interference there. I was looking at second base, so I don't know what happened at plate. When Coach Ellis walked up, he kind of pointed at the batter's box. So anyway, stolen base, one away here, and Slatter has a 2-2 count.
Huge lead at second again.
And the curveball is just kind of chopped at, foul. Not sure if that was intended to happen. That might have even gone off the butt of the bat.
I think it did.
Yeah, I think Slatter was just trying to drop his hands and kind of punch that.
Did the captain come with the hook here?
2-2 count, man on second. I think it's hook time. Nope, they're going to pick play, and he's back at second. Wolf has a good move to all bags.
He does.
So does Horton. They've really worked on that to improve this year. Saw Horton pick off 2 in 1 inning last week. They're going to pick again, and this one gets just off the end of the glove, not a threat. Warren is definitely a steel threat. He's got good speed out there. They're trying to keep him close. 2-2 count on the batter. And this is hit into the gap. Another single. They're going to send the runner home, and he should score easily. They go to second for the tag. They've got it. Out at second. So Slatter gets the RBI. He is thrown out at second trying to get an extra bag, but the Hornets are on the board first.
Third baseman, number 7, Alberto Ibarra.
So 2 outs now. Ibarra comes to the plate. Plays third base for the Hornets. And he hits this lazy foul. There might be a chance for Stockwell just off the fence. Stockwell gave good chase, not able to get there in time. And this pitch hit foul as well, 0-2. Count, 2 outs. Wolf's going to pitch around here. He's got a couple of pitches to waste. Comes right down the middle with a fastball. I like it when I'm wrong, and that is a twice the ice strikeout for Mr. Wolf. So the Riders give up 1 to the Hudson Hornets. They'll pick up the bats and come back in the top of the second.
Jack Callan.
Yes, sir.
What's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More. People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's. What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things.
When you need your best, it's Ace.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Everybody, welcome back. So like I was telling you on the drive over, driving back home from church on Sunday, my truck, I had a flat. No problem. I've changed out a tire on that truck 100 times. And I even upgraded my equipment. I got me a fancy garage floor jack to crank it up.
Yeah,
we
had a flat on the way home from Madisonville last week. I wouldn't blame you. I'd upgrade.
Yeah. But I took out the tool needed to crank down the spare tire. It wasn't in there. So that's the first part of the story.
Pitch outside to Atkinson. So what happened when you didn't have any equipment?
Well, I was unable to change the tire. So I did something even better. Oh, you're going to fool him with the curveball.
And got him with a strike there, 1-1.
I called up Trey Burns, Center Tire. I said, hey, Trey, you got anybody that comes out on the weekends? He says, yeah.
On a Sunday afternoon.
On a Sunday afternoon. With the Masters going on.
And this is hit deep into right center. The right fielder makes a play, makes an adjustment.
It's kind of hung up there.
Hung up there for a minute, but Benaki comes away with the catch. So Atkinson flies out. That'll bring up Gage Fadrine.
And sure enough, and what I consider to be a relatively short amount of time, here comes the truck.
Their advertisement is they're always late, but he was right on time.
Yeah, exactly.
And misses outside.
No, the Hudson fans aren't going to like that call. So it just goes to show you.
And this hit hard. This is going to get right to Slatter at shortstop, and he makes the play. Boy, a tough break for Vadrine. He hit that hard.
That's about 3 that we've hit really, really well, but just right where they are.
So that'll bring up Sutton Link. So Sunday afternoon, truck comes out. Did they get you taken care of?
He did. He found one that fit my rim and put it on, and I was on my way. Oh, that's a nice hook there.
So you had a blowout chain, not just a plug or a screw in the tire.
It was
had to
done.
change the whole tire. What a service on a Sunday afternoon. And Link takes that one outside, 1-1.
He on the truck, he had all the stuff. He was able to take the old one off and put a new one on.
And the hook comes in for strike 2. Well, Trey Burns got a good service up there at Center Tire. Good to know you can call him on the weekend.
Yeah.
And still get the same quality work done off the back of the truck, able to swap out an entire tire, break it off the rim, put a new one on, and get you on your way.
Yeah.
Folks at Center Tire, they take care of the home people.
They do.
Give Trey a call. I know Sean Crouch up there helping him out. Good guys to call when you need it. And a swing and a miss by Link.
And that'll do it for the Riders.
So the Riders 1, 2, 3 again. Williams pitching strong for Hudson. We'll come back for the bottom of the second.
The series between the Riders and the Hudson Hornets, brought to you by Farmer State Bank. So if you need a new set of tires, Center Tire's the place to go? Check. What if you just need one tire repaired? Check. But what if your car needs an oil change or it needs to be aligned? Check and check. It's all there at Center Tire.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading Deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith,
focused on family.
Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
All right, buddy, welcome back here as we get ready for Easton Wolf to pitch the second. Who do we have coming in for Hudson?
So this should be Haran, May, and Lowe coming up for Hudson this inning.
Leading off the bottom half of the second inning for the Hudson Hornets, designated hitter number 20, Ace Haran.
Haran is how they pronounce that. He is the DH. He is hitting for their pitcher, Williams. And Wolf steps up to get things started here in the bottom of the second. Big hook. And that's not going to make it out of the zone. Good umpiring crew here tonight. We saw them in Madisonville. Good consistent strike zone.
Yep.
That one high and outside as well, 2-0. Wolf shakes off a couple of pitches. Comes fastball right down the middle, strike one. Easton talked about that in the postgame show the other night. We asked him about a certain spot, and everybody was expecting the big hook. Strike two, 2-2. Wolf evens things up. He said, yeah, he said in a game situation like that, man on man, he said, I've shook them off. I'm going fastball every time. And he blew it right by him. And the big hook, and there's the twice the eye strikeout, number 2 of the night for Easton Wolf. Captain Hook delivered it there.
Yes, he did.
13, Jackson May.
Just froze the batter in his tracks.
That's what he does. You ice the batter. That's twice the ice.
All right, this will be May coming to the plate. Plays center field. And a little change up for strike one. May way ahead of that pitch. Coming back with the hook. May able to hold up. He wanted to go after it. It's 1-1. Good looking pitch from Wolf. And this is a dribbler. Wolf will take it on the hop and go to first. And the runner's out. Wolf taking care of business himself, 2 away. It's going to bring Lowe, the first baseman, to the plate.
Our real first baseman, number 18, Max Lowe.
Little white snake, if I'm not wrong. Little still of the night. Some good 80s music coming over the speakers. All right, see what Mr. Lowe has. He's a lefty also. Outside, ball one. And this one hit into left field. Amanis goes back and makes the play. So the Riders go 1-2-3, and they'll pick up the bats and come back for the third inning.
The games have never been bigger this fall, and whether you're rooting for the Cowboys or Texans, or you hook 'em, gig 'em, or wreck 'em, Don't you deserve to watch them in style? So just a reminder that Blake Furniture saves you money on everything you need to make these the best game watching days ever.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond V Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond V Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You're watching NETSN and Pinningwood Sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Riders take on the Hudson Hornets, live from Hudson Field.
Everybody, welcome back to Jaden Lane. Yeah. Jaden Lane's going to lead off here for the Rough Riders in the top of the third. A hard strike low in the zone for strike one.
Jaden Lane's been swinging a pretty good bat the last couple of games.
Yes.
See if he can get things going. Lane, Stockwell, and Nutt will see the plate. Swing and a miss there.
Just blew that one right by him.
So Lane got a little work to do down in the count 0-2. And hits that curveball hard right up the middle for a base hit. Good job, Lane, keeping his hands back.
Yep.
And drove a good curveball for a single.
So Lane continues to produce at the plate.
Yeah, he that's kind of a 10-3 curveball. It kind of breaks diagonally, and he was able to hold his hands back and put a good bat on it. So courtesy runner comes in, and this will be Trenton Stockwell. Stockwell, big freshman first baseman. He shows bunt and strike. He pulls back. Took the fastball there.
See if he squares again.
I believe that's Evans, the pinch runner. Swings away, and that's strike two. They do try to pick Evans at first, but the ball scooped up by the first baseman. So down in the count 0-2 here, Stockwell's got a little work to do. And Stockwell fouls that pitch back. Hanging tough at the plate.
That's what you got to do against this pitcher. Williams, I believe.
Yeah, Williams has got good stuff, especially his fastballs. Got a little get up and go. Throws a good hook with the same arm motion. And that was it there, and a good job by Stockwell to just get a piece of that and foul it away.
Kind of a slightly smaller field here in Hudson than some of the other fields in the district.
Yeah, their foul territory gets narrowed down by the fence here.
But it's 325 in the corners and 360. And
they do pick it first, back easy. Yeah, and they go to an 8-foot fence in dead away center field. It'd be a challenge to put one out of here. Sun's finally gone down. It was right in the face of the third baseman left fielder, but that is not a problem anymore. Riders trying to tie this up. Hudson with a 1-0 lead. They go back to first base. Evans doing a good job there.
Obviously, if we can get him to second.
Thank you.
If we can get him to second, then Of course, there's 2 strikes on Stockwell at this point, but try to get him over.
And he takes that ball.
So 1-2.
Stockwell working hard. Hudson has significantly slowed things down here.
Yep.
Been pretty quick the first 2 innings. They go back to first base. Slowing things way down.
Yep. They watched film too. They know that we were very aggressive on the base path.
And the big hook, a swing and a miss. And Stockwell goes down on strikes. 1 away.
Designated hitter, number 20, Caden Nutt.
So the DH for the Rough Riders comes in the 9 spot. Caden Nutt still has Evans over at first, pinch running for Jaden Lane. 1 out. And that one outside low for ball 1. And that pitch low in the same spot, but they're going to call that a strike. So Nutt steps back in, count now 1-1. And they pick it first again.
Evans back, no problem. He does not have a huge lead.
He has no lead. I'm not sure the strategy there. And this one fouled right back at us. So the count 1-2. I mean, if you had a pinch runner that came in and was getting a huge lead, that's one thing, but Evans is a step and a half off the bag. Evans does run. It's a bad pitch to throw down, but they tag him out at second. Not sure the strategy there, but he got a really late jump on the pitch. Catcher reached way out, but was able to make a good throw, and they do throw Evans out on the attempted steal. Weren't expecting that. All right, so Nutt with a 2-2 count, and now it's 2 outs. And the big hook for strike 3. And the Riders unable to capitalize on the early single. And they'll come back for the bottom of the 3rd here in Hudson.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the Pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest.
Let Bird Forestry help you manage it. White Cottage Mercantile, elegance in 3 acts. Act 1, gourmet food that makes the home taste great. Act 2, gifts for the home that make it look great. Act 3, furniture with a homemade craftsmanship unlike any other. No matter where you travel, there's no place like White Cottage Mercantile.
All right. We got ball 1. Just missed it. So 1-0 here.
This is Dickinson at the plate. He is the 8-hole hitter, hits a drive into left center. And the center fielder for the Riders makes the play. Boy, that looked a little hairy there. Atkinson was on the run. Emanus did not hear him call off. Kind of got tripped up, but Atkinson able to put it away for the out. So this will be the 9-hole hitter. Howitt comes to the plate. And that went inside, ball 1. Wolf doing a good job here. Put up nothing but zeros since that first inning.
Oh,
big hook, Captain Hook. Count now 1-1.
I love his break for strikes.
Comes back change up, and the batter gets way ahead and fouls it off. Now it's 1-2. Good pitching. Sets him up with a good breaking ball. Throws out of the same arm motion, kind of a weak change up. It doesn't break. And the batter just can't do anything but fight it off. Fastball right down the middle, and that's a twice the ice strikeout. Number 3 on the night for Easton Wolf. He froze him. Threw him 2 straight off-speed pitches, came back with a big fastball. The batter froze, and now we're back to the top of the order. Benaki comes up with 2 away. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. Wolf aggressive with his first pitch. And the big hook for strike 2. Way ahead here.
I mean, that's just almost unfair to be able to throw that for a strike.
Tell you what, when it is working well. 2 outs, 0-2 count. And the fastball right up the middle and into center field for a single. So the leadoff, normally the leadoff batter, number 1 in the order, gets a little bit of 2-out hitting here and is on with a single.
Wolf attempted to backhand and almost got it.
He tried. It was a definite comebacker, but it was pretty hot. So Warren comes to the plate. Has a man on first and 2 outs. Riders go into a defensive shift here with the left-handed Warren. And low inside. Got Sutton Link playing all the way over halfway. Horton is straight behind second base. And they've got Bellin all the way out on the grass.
Used to call that rover position.
And this is hit off the foot for a foul ball. Coach Ellis likes to move his defense around. Almost every single batter, we see him moving people. Now he pulls his left fielder, Emanus, in tight. Good lead over at first. And Wolf's going to step away.
I don't know if in the pros, if the left-handed hitters can ever figure out how to just, get it to the, down the third base line. But they just can't do it.
Well, some of that is millionaire ego. I mean, you're paid to go up there and make the people happy. You're not paid to go up there and get a base hit, unfortunately. So Yeah, you'd think they'd just bunt it down third base and get on, but that's not the priority these days.
Right, or you just hit one into the left field. I mean, you won't be able to run forever.
And this hit a mile high. It is tailing foul. Link's going to give it chase and makes the play right at the fence. What a play by Sutton Link. Remember, folks, he was shifted all the way over to where the shortstop plays, and he chased it down for out number 3. So the Riders with a little leather flash there will be back for the bottom of the 3rd.
What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things. When you need your best, it's Ace.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Pineywood Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumber yard. The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm good neighbor, supports all the Piney-Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century.
Everybody, welcome back. We go to the 4th.
Back to the top of the order, Easton Wolf will lead things off. Logan Horton and T.J. Bellick. Williams still on the hump, pitching well for Hudson, and a big curveball outside, ball 1. And that one outside as well, 2-0.
We've seen that one go both ways.
And this one was up around the shoulders. Wolf able to foul it off. It was a good fastball by Williams. That high fastball sure looks tasty when it's coming to the plate.
Yeah.
Speaking of tasty, good ribeye sandwich here tonight at the Hudson concession stand.
Yeah, kudos.
And this curveball is hit foul. It is trailing toward the fence and out of play. Count now 2-2 to Wolf.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, one of the better concession stand items we've had this season.
Yeah.
Ribeye steak sandwich with all the trim.
Yeah. They also say they make funnel cakes, and I've smelled them.
I smell the funnel cake. I
I haven't seen anybody take one out, but
2-2 on Wolf. And driven. Yep. And this one's going to tail foul as well. He hit that one a mile.
I don't know what you like, but funnel cakes they're in my past. If I eat a funnel cake now, I've got to.
I've got visions of Poultry Festival.
Yeah. I've got to chase it with some Alka-Seltzer.
And this one in the dirt, full count. Boy, Wolf doing a good job here.
Yes, he is.
Fouling off some close pitches. Worked himself into a good pitch. And full count, no out. And that one fouled back as well. Umpire got out of the way of that one. He got beat up pretty good in Madisonville the other night.
Right, we really like this coup. Mr. Kevin Foster is the gentleman's name behind the home plate.
Calls a good ball game,
She
calls
does.
it consistent, keeps the game moving.
And he's a tough old fella.
He is tough.
Well, count is full here.
All right. Wolf versus Williams. Outside pitch, ball 4. So the Riders have a leadoff runner. And that's going to be Horton to the plate. Been a successful combination this year going 1-2. These two guys do a lot of base running, chasing each other around. Let's see if Logan can deliver here. Wolf very aggressive on the base path. Good lead at first.
There'll be a couple throws.
They're going to check, and he's back easy. Get another half step. And Horton shows bunt. They're going to catch Wolf in a rundown. He was too far off, and he's going to slide safe. Yes, sir. Slid under the tag. Wolf just had taken a couple of steps. I thought he was going to go. Catcher came up and threw behind him at first. He went ahead and broke for second and was able to slide in under the tag. First baseman just held the ball too long.
Yeah.
I think Wolf kind of deceived him with his speed.
He
there.
did. He did.
He is so much faster than he looks. Was able to take second. So now no outs. Runner at second. Was a strike call at the plate. Horton bunted through the pitch.
Okay, I thought it was a ball, but you're right.
So now he's got a green light here. They're going to call time. There's a defensive play on. Catcher's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. So the Riders got a little something going here. Hudson trying to hang on to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. Long conference between catcher and pitcher. This is not about pitches. This is about defense.
Yeah.
Wolf very aggressive out there.
Yeah, they probably know that from watching film.
They don't hold Wolf. They do bunt. And it's a strike on Horton. He bunted through another pitch. So 0-2 to Horton. Not sure what all was going on there. The catcher came up like he was going to make a throw, but Horton was in the batter's box and he did not throw.
Obviously, we can just nothing else hit it on the right side of the field.
Yeah, they're working Wolf with the shortstop. Big gap into left. Big breaking ball misses outside. So 1-2.
Yeah, that's true. There is a huge gap in.
Yeah, they're working. They decided to go with the shortstop. So Slatter is working in behind Wolf. Now they're not going to work him at all. So Wolf's going to get a little extra secondary lead here. And this is driven into center field. Center fielder goes back. Wolf's going to tag and go to third. And it's going to be tight, folks, and he is in safe. Great job by Horton advancing the runner there on a long fly ball to center. The catch was made, so that puts an out on the board, but it moves the runner to third. Riders with a man in scoring position 90 feet away for T.J. Bellin. We're going to get a visit to the mound here. The Hudson coach comes out. He's a second-year coach here. Talk to his defense a little bit. This is just kind of one of those, hey, guys, settle down. You know what you're doing. Everybody feel good. Pitcher, you look good. Y'all know they have ribeye steak sandwiches tonight?
Yeah.
Anybody know that? That's what you're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But the interesting question, Locke, at least to me, is we're in the top of the 4th. Only one out. So let's say Bellin, do you bring the infielders in to try to cut down the run, or do you concede the run and get the out? In a 1-0 game, halfway through.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that here. He's going to play them even with the bags and play straight up defense. He is going to bring.
He's got the second baseman is in.
He's got his second and short in on the grass for Bellin. So they are going to try to cut Wolf down at the plate, but there's only one out, so he's not running.
Right, he didn't have to run. Yeah.
Bellin drives one into left field. This may get down, and it does. Got past the left fielder. Wolf will score easily. Bellin cranks second, thinks about third. So a stand-up double with an RBI for T.J. Bellin.
That has Center Motor Company Player of the Game written all over it.
And the big senior delivers when it matters. Ties this ball game up 1-1, and it's a whole new night here in Hudson. Boy, Bellin crushed that. When it first came off the bat, I'm thinking, man, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Ended up one hop in the fence in left field.
I thought that's deep enough to drive it in.
Yeah, Wolf went back to tag and then just turned around and started jogging home. All right, so Cody Atkinson with a chance to drive Bellin in. And a big swing from Atkinson, strike one.
And so here we want to get the second run here.
Bellin with a lot of speed out there at second base. They're not holding the runner. And a curveball. Oh, and Atkinson knew it. Just couldn't stop his hands. 0-2. Long sequence here between pitcher-catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And curveball outside. Catcher knocks it down. Bellin couldn't see. He was blocked by the umpire. Oh, man. The catcher, he took it off his chest, but it trickled away. Bellin broke for third but stopped because the umpire was right in front of him.
Good play by their catcher.
Catcher made a great play. Took it off the chest and then dove after it. Could have been a toss-up whether Bellin would have got to third or not. Safer to go back. Tie ball game here. And the big hook. There it was, folks. Strike three. Saw it coming.
Yeah,
couldn't do anything
no doubt about it.
Atkinson did not like the call.
Or if they have twice the ices in Hudson, in the Lufkin area.
All right, so 2 outs. Bellin at second. Gage Vadrine comes to the plate. Need to dig deep and do a little 2-out hitting here. Nobody holding Bellin. Coach is calling for him to get a better lead. The pitcher's going to step away. Yeah, Williams just made a beautiful pitch there. Got to give credit. Comes back, curveball. This is hit hard toward the third baseman. They'll go across to first and make the out. So a hard hit ball from Vadrine. The Riders, however, able to tie this ball game up on a double from T.J. Bellin, driving in Wolf, and we'll come back for the bottom of the fourth.
That's right. We'll hear from Center Tire again. If you get stranded on Masters Sunday down below Shelbyville, that's no problem for Trey Burns. You give them a call. He answered. I called the office, and it went right to him. And unless he was at the office watching the Masters.
He may have been at the office, doing paperwork. Yeah. We'll call it paperwork.
I don't know. It's whatever it is. It went right to him. And I'm telling you, it was great. It saved my day.
That's right. Always call Center Tire, folks. They're always late, but always on time.
So if you need a new set of tires, Center Tire's the place to go? Check. But if you just need one tire repaired? Check. But what if your car needs an oil change or it needs to be aligned? Check and check. It's all there at Center Tire.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. The series between the Riders and the Hudson Hornets, brought to you by Farmer State Bank. The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm good neighbor, supports all the Piney Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over...
Oh. Come on, Amanis. Come on, baby.
Nope, Slatter's going to lead off.
Hits this one all the way to left field fence, and he'll have a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Hornets.
Very similar to what Bellin did.
So Slatter getting things going. He has got relatives back in Shelby County. I'm sure some of them are probably watching tonight on senior night. Slatter delivered for his team. Leads things off here with a double. That's going to bring up Ibarra.
Riders tie it up, and then Slatter comes out and gives them a chance to take the lead right back with a lead-off double.
And this one fouled out of play. Yeah, he hit a fastball about 320 feet on about a 325-foot field.
That's right. What is this, their number 3 hitter or number 4 hitter?
Ibarra is a cleanup
hitter. So I guess you don't try to bunt with your cleanup hitter to try to get your... Oh,
they're going to pick. Ooh, good play. That was pretty close there. Wolf with a good move. Bellin sneaking in behind Slatter. Yeah, I mean, normally at this point in the order, you're not going to bunt, especially in the fourth inning.
Mm-hmm.
They go to second again. That really wasn't an attempt, but Wolf had already stepped and turned, so he made the throw. They do show bunt. They'll have to go to first, and Wolf makes the play. Came up, thought about third, but bobbled it. Decided to go to first. Kind of surprising call in this situation, but it does put Slatter at third base with one away.
Number 20, Ace Moran.
You don't usually see a coach take the bat out of his four-hole hitter's hands like that. That'll draw a visit from Coach Ellis.
Well, that's what you call... That's certainly small ball at its finest when you do that.
That's right. That's a Bull Durham type call where nobody in the park is expecting it. He laid down a nice bunt. The young man did his job and advanced the runner.
All right, we'll take a quick break, hear from our Piney Woods school sponsors, and we'll be back. This is the Rough Rider baseball here against the Hudson Hornets, 1-1 here in the bottom of the fourth, but Hudson threatening with a runner on third with one out.
These fine following sponsors bring you our coverage of Piney Woods sports. Sandy Creek Land Enhancement, helping you make the most of your property. The great flavors of Rancho Grande, a great place to celebrate. First National Bank Tenaha, helping the area grow. Dr. Deborah Worsham, local choice, local expertise.
Everybody, welcome back.
Haran, the DH, comes to the plate, has a man on third base and one out. And Wolf goes right at him with a fastball. That's foul tipped into Lane's glove for strike one. Another fastball. That, thought it caught the corner. Wolf looked for the pitch, didn't get it. 1-1. And this one fouled back straight at us. 1-2.
Strikeout here would be huge.
And fastball high, 2-2. That's perfect pitch in that particular count.
Yep.
And the big hook. And that's going to miss inside. Full count, one out, and a man on third.
See if Wolf can come up with a big pitch right here. Oh, he
does.
does.
Baby, right down the middle, and a twice-the-eye strikeout. And he sets him down in a big spot. That was a huge strikeout for Wolf.
Number 4 in the evening, I believe.
All right, so now it's a whole different situation. It's 2 outs, runner at third. That's going to bring up May. Wolf challenged him with that fastball and just blew it by him. Starts the fastball here. It's hit into center field. Atkinson not able to make the play. And the Hornets are going to score on the RBI single from May. Boy, tough break. That was a good pitch. He just didn't get up under it. Atkinson had to watch it on the hop. So the game now, the score is Hudson 2 to the Rough Riders 1. We've got 2 outs on the board and a man at first base. This is Lowe. Comes to the plate. He is the first baseman. Pitch outside. And we'll get Wolf a new baseball. And this is driven sky high into center field. Atkinson should make an easy play here. And does. But not before the Hudson Hornets put another run on the board. It is now 2-1. And we are headed to the top of the 5th when we come back.
You're watching NETSN and Pinewood Sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Riders take on the Hudson Hornets, live from Hudson Field.
What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good, the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things. When you need your best, it's Ace.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. Wondering what the best thing is to do with your land? Well, cross over from dreams to a plan with Sandy Creek Land Enhancement. They help you maximize the land of East Texas. Take a trail, turn it into a driveway, create beautiful ponds and dirt work of all types, bush hogging and mulching as well. It's Sandy Creek Land Enhancement.
All right, folks, welcome back. Sutton Link getting the fifth inning started off for the Rough Riders. And he takes the pitch low outside for ball one. Link hits this high chopper. It's going to go foul. Count now 1-1. Link made a great play on a hard foul ball earlier.
Just outside our top view, unfortunately.
And hits the curveball. This is high into center
hang
field, and it hangs up, and May makes the play. All right, that's going to bring Jaden Lane to the plate.
Jaden Lane.
Lane is due. I just feel it. I'm going to go ahead and call it right here. Lane's due for a hit. Been swinging a pretty hot bat as of late. Takes pitch outside, ball one.
Beautiful night here. Not a whole lot of wind either. Oh, there's a nice curveball.
Curveball, 1-1. Yeah, no wind whatsoever. It is a clear night. Perfect temperature for a ball game. And a swing and a miss, strike two. Well, Lane was swinging for the fences there.
Played just over an hour, and we're in the top of the fifth.
Oh, that was well outside. Lane thought so too, but it's going to be called strike three, and he goes down on strike. So two away here.
Right. You don't swing at that pitch at your own risk, because sometimes he calls it a ball, and I don't know, there must be a minuscule difference in what he's calling, because sometimes it's a strike and sometimes it's not. But it might be just be slightly different.
And Stockwell takes one under the knees, ball one. Williams comes back with a fastball. Stockwell puts it into the dugout.
Yeah. Wake up!
One of the Hudson coaches made a good play on it, or that would have left a mark. All right, 1-1. Oh, inside pitch catches him for strike two. Stockwell knew it. Couldn't do anything about it. Big high curveball misses 2-2. Maybe coming back, same pitch here. And Stockwell fouls it away. Trenton doing a good job over at first base for the Riders. And the big hook misses outside, full count.
Nice job to hold off on that one.
Stockwell got to a full count his last at bat and fouled off 2 or 3 pitches like he's done here. Doing a great job. Swinging at some really good pitches, some close pitches. He's able to just foul them back and keep waiting. Find the one you want. Fastball at the ankles, ball 4. And Stockwell draws a walk. Good job by the freshman. All right, that brings Caden Nutt, the DH, to the plate.
Number 20, Caden Nutt.
All right.
So 2 outs, man on first. Nutt batting in the 9-hole tonight. And that's going to be strike on the fastball outside. It caught the bottom corner. Way outside. Curveball gets away from Williams. Count now 1-1.
Excuse me.
And that one low and outside. Ball
2. Should be 2-1.
2-1, 2 away. So Caden with a chance to do something here with 2 outs. Gonna get a couple of good pitches. There's the fastball. That's the one he was looking for.
Yeah.
2-2.
He was looking for it, but just still couldn't catch up with it.
Couldn't catch it. Williams still pretty hot coming off the mound. That's every bit of 86, 87.
Excuse me, folks.
2-2 count, 2 outs, man at first. The Riders are down by a run. Oh, the big curveball, strike 3. Tough break for the Riders there with a man on base. The score is still 2-1 here in Hudson. The Riders are down. We'll be right back.
Time to stretch.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
You're watching NETSN and Pineywood sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Riders take on the Hudson Hornets, live from Hudson Field.
What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. It's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm.
All right, another failed attempt at the 5th inning stretch. I thought I had it all lined up, but it's just not going to happen. We're not going to be able to stretch without Wallington here to personally serenade us. But that pathetic attempt was brought to you by Farmer State Bank, who is also our series sponsor here this week.
And back to the top of the check that. We are 8-9-1 coming up here in the bottom of the 5th. This is Dickinson at the plate. Fouls off the first pitch he sees from Wolf. Wolf jumps ahead, as he usually does. Ooh, that looked good from here, but that'll go as 1-1.
If we catch Mr. Crawford, we're going to ask him what he's seeing that makes that sometimes a ball, sometimes a strike. Oh, there's Captain Hook.
There's Captain Hook for strike 2. Count now 1-2. Wolf looking really strong here in these latter innings. And goes outside, 2-2.
Tried to tempt him to. I feel like he's going to come back with the heat.
Nope. And that might have been a changeup that just got away from him. That ball never moved. It just kind of floated up there, 3-2. This is the 8-hole hitter, so he's coming fastball all the way here.
Yep.
Yes, sir, and there's a twice the ice strikeout by Easton Wolf. He froze him again. Boy, that third strike, he was coming with all of it.
Yep.
All right. This will be Howitt. He is the 9-hole. We'll see what Wolf delivers. Breaking ball, strike one. Breaking ball.
Almost went for it, but not quite.
Same pitch, just a hair out of the zone. 1-1. Right down the middle, fastball. Comebacker to Wolf, puts a glove on it, and takes the out at first base. Good job by the pitcher, helping his own cause. And 2 away.
Right fielder, number 4, Aiden Benassi.
Now we're back to the top of the order with 2 outs. And this one hit into right field on the charge and just out of the reach of Vadreen. Benaki will hold at second. Oh gosh, Vadreen looked like he was in shape to make the play, and just at the last second the ball got past him. Not sure what happened there, but unfortunately Benaki takes advantage and heads to second base. There are 2 outs. The Riders trying to keep Hudson to a 2-1 lead here.
I thought he had made the catch.
I did too. I couldn't see what happened. I don't know if it just folded his glove over or if he misjudged it. Coach Ellis is going to come out and have a talk with everybody. So, hey, that wasn't a big deal. That was a good pitch. We should have made the play. Let's finish this thing off.
No pitching change that we expected. He's when he come out.
That's just a confidence play for the pitcher. Hey, man, you made a good pitch. We should have made the play behind you. You're doing everything we want you to do. Keep playing. All right. So a man now at second base with 2 outs. That brings up number 21, Warren. And they're going to go ahead and put Warren on. Coach Ellis called that from the dugout. In high school, you can just point and put him on. You don't have to throw the pitches any longer. All right, so what this does, it puts the Riders in a force at first, second, or third. They've already got 2 outs on the board, and they took the bat out of the 2-hole hitter. That's going to bring Slatter to the plate. He had a stand-up double to left the last time we saw him.
With any wind blowing out, it would have been out of here.
Wolf goes right at him, strike right down Broadway. I don't think Slatter was expecting that pitch.
No.
Comes right back, same fastball. This is at a mile high. Vadrine makes the call. And another error on the right fielder. That'll score 1 run, and that scores 2 runs. No idea what happened. Hit the glove and bounced away. So, wow. Wow. 2 errors in the inning, and unfortunately, Hudson puts up 2 more runs.
Third baseman, Alberto Ibarra.
All right. Not sure what happened in the outfield there. The Riders going to have to bear down. Easton having to get 2 extra outs this inning. The score is now 4-1 Hudson with a man at second. The big hook misses at the plate. And this one foul back, 1-1.
Easton still dealing out there.
Fastball's looking good. He's making the pitches. Those weren't bad pitches that were hit.
And Vadrine's normally a pretty sure fielder.
Yeah, Vadrine, I'm not sure what's going on out there. He's had a little trouble this inning. And smokes a fastball past him for strike 2. Yeah, Vadrine normally as sure as tax day tomorrow. And the big hook's going to hit softly to third. Link knocks it down, doesn't get it cleanly. And another error for the Riders. That's 3 errors this inning. Wow. What's tough is you're making the team have to make every error is an extra out. So we got to get 3 extra outs this inning. So runners again at first and second. There are 2 outs. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Ibarra. And the big hook. Oh, gosh, that looked good. Ibarra thought it was looking good too, but it goes for a ball. And they turn and look at second. Of course, the schedule this week will be a little different, folks. We're playing tonight on Monday, and then we'll play again at home on Thursday because Good Friday, of course, is this week. And that one hits him on the shoulder. And the Riders, with 2 errors and a hit batsman, find the bases loaded.
Right. We had 1 up or 2 up, 2 down. Pretty easy.
Put up an awful lot of zeros there for a while.
Jackson May.
So this will be May, the center fielder, with the bases loaded. And Lane does a good job knocking that down. That could have been trouble. Ball well outside in the dirt. Lane able to just smother it. And this one low, 2-0. Nowhere to put him.
Nope.
Wolf going to have to go right at him here. Fastball, 2-1. And that pitch inside just misses, 3-1. And this should be hit sharply to short. They go to the middle for the out. So Horton goes to second base to secure the out. Unfortunately, the Riders allow 2 more runs on 2 errors and a hit batsman, and they're down here headed to the 6th inning, 4-1 in Hudson.
So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name, and they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Everybody, welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th. Riders with 6 outs left. They're going to have to make something happen.
Our oldest daughter and her husband live over there. He's a mechanical engineer. He graduated from university.
All right, so we get starting off 2-0 here. Wolf back up. Start at bat. See if he can do something here, get on. You're going to be looking at ball 3.
Riders need a base runner any way we can get it. They're down 3 runs here in the top of the 6th. Oh, and that one got him and the umpire.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that one caught Easton on the, looks like the left thigh, and came off him and hit the umpire too.
How do you do it? Could you do that on purpose? I mean,
man, that's just one of those tough breaks. I mean, it was 3-0 counts. You don't want to hit somebody in that spot. So
right.
The ball just got away from him inside and caught Easton on the leg.
I'm just saying, what are the chances of all the gin joints in all the world that you could hit the batter and hit the umpire? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
The only guy to come away on that one is Warren, the catcher. All right, trainer comes out and checks on the umpire. That one popped pretty good.
Yeah.
He went down to one knee in a hurry.
Shortstop, number 8, Logan Horton.
All right, well, all things happening the way they happen, the Riders get their lead off on here in the top of the 6th, Logan Horton.
If there's ever been time for a DQ dinger, it would be right now.
Tell you what, Horton is the one to do it. Delivered the other night a home run. Big curveball starts him off, strike 1. Wolf is normally pretty aggressive on the bases. Not sure if he'll be running here, getting hit in the thigh like that. Ooh, a big swing. Horton was going for the scoreboard there. Down in the count now, 0-2. He's going to have to work for this one.
Yep.
Williams still pitching strong here in the 6th. And this one well outside, gets away from the catcher, and Wolf gets a free base. First pass ball we've seen tonight. Yeah. Both pitchers have been pretty clean up until this point. So now the Riders have a man in scoring position with Horton at the plate. Count is 1-2. And Williams steps away. Hudson has dramatically slowed this game down the last couple of innings. And that one low and misses 2-2. I mean, we played, what, 4 innings in an hour?
Yeah.
And now the last 2 innings have taken, gosh, 45
half hour,
minutes.
Yeah,
30 minutes, 45 minutes. They're not holding Wolf at all. Horton fouls away a good curveball there. Wolf's going to get a good secondary lead coming off second base. Two-two. This is hit hard into center field. Center fielder's going to catch it. Wolf's going to tag and not go. Not quite deep enough for Easton to make an attempt. So a hard hit ball from Horton just hit right to the center fielder, May. So Bellin comes up with one away. Catcher's going to go out and have a conference with his pitcher. I'm guessing that they're talking defensive signals to try to make a pick play on Wolf at second.
Take a minute to thank JBI Insurance. It's Joe Bill Matalier Insurance for all your poultry house or agricultural stuff. If you got an agriculture, he knows the agriculture business.
Speaks fluent insurance. All right, TJ Bellin comes up, one away. Wolf at second base. Riders are down 4-1 here in the top of the 6th. And he hits a chopper. This is going to be a tough play. The pitcher has to go to first. Bellin safe at first base. Yes, sir. He was shot out of a cannon coming out of the batter's box. What a huge play by TJ Bellin, because we could not give up another out here. Way to chase that down. Turned on the quarterback speed and beat the throw. Wolf, watch for the throw. The minute Williams went to first base, Wolf broke for third, so the Riders, with one away, have a man on first and third. So Warren goes out, calls a defensive play for the Hornets. We'll see what the Riders put on here. Got Atkinson at the plate. And a swing and a miss from Atkinson. That high fastball again.
Got to be disciplined.
Looks so good.
Yep.
Pitch outside misses, 1-1.
So one out here with Riders on the corners, trailing by 3, 4-1.
And a swing on a breaking pitch way outside from Atkinson. He's down in the hole 1-2.
Probably, if I was him, the Williams, I'd do a steady diet of that. Nothing close to being hittable.
And comes fastball
Steady, comes
outside
fastball
and
outside.
misses. Yeah,
I just keep throwing that curveball way off the plate.
Yeah, he's trying to balance. Do I throw a curveball and with a runner at third or not? And so far, he's been successful with it. It's working for him. 2-2 count, one away. And there's the curveball, and that's strike 3 on Atkinson. Tough pitch to take. Kind of floated it up there. All right, Gage Vadrine comes up.
Right fielder, number 13, Gage Vadrine.
So if Vadrine can atone for a couple of the errors out there, he can do that if he stops one in the gap.
TJ standing at first. Horton at third. TJ runs. They go to third. They throw it away. The Riders will score 1. Sorry, that is Wolf coming from third. I got out of sequence there. So Wolf scores the second run. It's now 4-2. TJ steals second. The catcher, Warren, popped up and threw. It was a called play.
Yes, it was.
But he just threw it a little high, and the third baseman couldn't get to the ball. So the Riders catch a break there. It was a ball called at the plate, so Vadrine has a 1-0 count, 2 outs, but he has TJ in scoring position out at second. Riders clawing back into this thing.
Need to get TJ home to make it interesting.
Whoa, that one up high and a little chin music there, 2-0. That's one of those where you pull Vadrine aside and say, hey, we're down 2 runs late in the inning. Man, you may have to take a bruise for us, brother. Bruises go away, but glory lasts forever. And this one's going to hit softly to first. There's nobody to cover. Can he get there? Safe at first base. The ball's thrown away. TJ comes home. Safe at home. Good for Vadrine. He comes up big in a clutch spot and makes up for some of that in the outfield. They're going to award him second base. Good for Gage Vadrine. So the Hudson coach comes out and asks why they awarded second base. I believe when they dove back, I believe the players got tangled up and Vadrine wasn't able to get up and run. There's no question the Hudson coach is pointing at the plate. There's no question about the runner that scored at the plate. The question is the tangle at first base. On the overthrow, Vadrine got up to run and collided with a Hudson player. That's why they awarded him second base. Still getting a lot of language out of the dugout. Umpire turns around and gives a warning. So the Riders folks have climbed back in this. It is now 4-3 Hudson, and Gage Vadrine stands at second base. All of it happening with 2 outs.
Again, Vadrine with good speed.
So new life. Vadrine, you're right. A lot of speed out there with the golden shoes on. Sutton Link comes to the plate with 2 outs and a chance to be a hero. Fastball outside misses. Vadrine with a good walking lead out there at second. Got to be smart on the base pass here. Nobody even close to holding him. He'll get a good secondary jump. And the big curveball misses. 2-0. So Williams finds himself in a tough spot for the first time tonight. Tying runs at second.
And Lane on deck, who's had his number.
Fastball hit hard by Sutton Link.
It's going to hang up, though.
And May able to make the play, but not before the Riders crawl back into this. It is 4-3 here in Hudson. Hudson will bat here in the bottom of the 6th, then the Riders get one more swing in the top of the 7th.
The series between the Riders and the Hudson Hornets, brought to you by Farmer State Bank. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond League Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond League Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Pineywood Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumberyard. Pineywood Sports and NETSN says thank you to these fine sponsors of Rough Rider Baseball and Softball. Bird Forestry, helping industry protect nature. Granny B Snow Cones, the sign that summer is here. The Pizzeria, the taste of a generation. And TNR Steaks and More, all you can eat, all the time. And Ray Jones Chevrolet, let Marlon Ray, Mr. Chevrolet, show you what's on the lot. These sponsors say, go Riders.
All right, buddy, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the sixth. I'd like to thank Ray Jones Chevrolet. Go see Marlon and Michael and the fellas for your Chevrolet, your trucks.
Corvette.
Yeah.
First baseman number 18, Max
Your Tahoes, all kinds of stuff.
All those
they got it.
American-made Chevrolet products that
That's
are
right.
tariff-free.
Tariff-free, yeah, exactly. All right, so all this work the Riders did, they need to come out of here with a zero. Oh, there's that big hook.
The big hook from Captain Hook for strike one. So this is Lowe, Dickinson, and Hewitt. 7, 8, 9 hitter. There's the fastball. That's who the Riders want to face here. So 0-2 count. Wolf well ahead.
Oh,
and the big hook for strike three. A twice the eye strikeout for Easton Wolf. I believe that's either number 6 or 7 on the night.
Yeah, I think that's 7.
Second baseman number 1, Jackson Dickinson.
This will be Dickinson, second baseman. And that pitch outside. Wolf had to pitch a whole extra inning the last inning. In the 6th, he had to get 6 outs. A couple of defensive mistakes. And there's the big hook for the strike, 1-1. So pitching strong here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This one's sky high, right above our head, and out of play. All right, well ahead again. Counts 1-2 with 1 out. Feeling a change-up right here, but Wolf's going to go fastball. Yep, blew a fastball by him. That high fastball looks so good. And another twice the eye strikeout for Easton Wolf. We believe that's number 8.
Number 7, Janine Howard.
So 2 away here, facing the 8-hole hitter, Howitt. Check that. This is the 9-hole batter. And the big hook stays inside and not called. Oh, and this one in the rib cage. Yeah, you never
want to do that
with the 9-hole hitter.
No.
Hewitt. Well, that one hurt, folks. We heard
Yeah.
the thump from back here.
Yeah.
Right fielder, number 4, Aiden Benassi.
Yeah, he took that right above the hip bone, I think.
Yeah.
That's where right under the rib cage, right above the hip bone. That young man weighs about 115 pounds, dripping wet. So I think that hurt.
Yeah, there will definitely be a bruise on that one. But it's not, I mean, strategically, like you said, it's not good because it brings up their leadoff hitter who's had some success. This is what happened in the prior inning when we gave up runs. We got 2 outs and then got to the top of the order. And
good lead at first. And Benaki takes strike 1. Well, Wolf came right at him with the fastball. Pretty good lead over there at first base from Hewitt. Comes back, fastball, same result. Swing and a miss by Benaki. 0-2 count, Wolf well ahead here. Fastball low and away, strike 3, a huge strikeout, 3 straight fastballs, 3 straight strikes. Good job.
Struck out the side.
Wolf.
All right, folks, we go to the top of the 7th. Riders got to get one to extend this. Riders down 4-3.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single-colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
Jack Allen.
Yes, sir.
What's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More.
Elegance. It starts at White Cottage Mercantile. You know, the place with the pink bunny. For the things that make the kitchen smell and taste its best, to those items that make the dining room and the living room feel like home. From the outside porch sitter to the inside connoisseur, the best decor is White Cottage. The series between the Riders and the Hudson Hornets, brought to you by Farmer State Bank.
All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. Riders have to score 1 to continue the game. We're going to start off with Lane.
Lane, Stockwell, and Nutt will come to the plate. 7, 8, 9 hitters. Williams comes back out. He's going to attempt to finish a complete game here for the Hudson Hornets. First pitch fastball fouled away. Jaden hits this in the gap. Is it going to stay up? And no, Jaden will go for 2. Great piece of hitting by Jaden Lane, and he's in with a stand-up double to lead off the 7th inning. That ball was smoked. He hit it 350 feet on a 360-foot fence. So let's see if they're going to leave him in to run for himself. I think they will.
First baseman, number 7, Trenton Stockwell.
So they're gonna leave Lane in to run for himself here. Critical. Wait a minute, Coach Ellis is asking. No, they are going to run for him just in case.
Oh yeah.
Because we've got to. Jaden's got to come out and catch 3 more outs if
Plus,
we take the lead.
Yeah. Plus strategically.
So that's the good move from Coach Ellis. Save your catcher. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Ellis is going to talk to his pinch runner. All right, folks, it is 4-3. Hudson leads here in the top of the 7th. There's no outs. Jaden Lane connects with a towering double to lead things off here. So the Riders have a man in scoring position.
It'll be interesting to see what you do here with Stockwell, with a lefty at that.
Lefty Stockwell, I mean, if you're going to bunt, this is the place to do
Right,
it.
exactly. Because he could bunt it down the third base line, draw the third baseman. There's really nobody else to cover, is there? The way they're doing
No,
it.
the pitcher will take bunt side third base. But they go fastball up and away and miss for ball 1. Stockwell did not show. No signal from Coach Ellis here. They're not working the runner at second. Stockwell takes a strike there, 1-1.
That's when you'd put the bunt on if you're going to bunt, right, Locke?
Yeah, right here is your bunt spot. First base will crash, pitcher will crash, third baseman will play the bag. Stockwell swings away on a curveball and just misses. Boy, that looked like a good pitch to hit. Just kind of buried him in the bucket there, 1-2.
Right. Once again, something hit to the right side of the infield would be optimal, right? That way at least you get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
And the same pitch, and it is fielded cleanly by the catcher. That's strike 3, and Stockwell goes down on strikes. Tough spot.
All right.
So 1 away here. Caden Nutt will come to the plate for the Riders. No pinch hitters for Coach Ellis. One away, man on second. And the catcher calls for a recheck. Everybody steps back. Nutt's been open to that high fastball all night.
Yep.
They come with it here, and another strike. They got him dialed in. I hate to be right, but that's what I would have done too.
Yep. I'd keep chunking it,
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to throw the same pitch. You're either going to foul it back or you're going to miss it. Whoa, he throws the curveball for strike 2. I'm shocked. Doesn't matter. It's an 0-2 count on Nutt. Got to work hard here. Taking a lot of time. Williams twirls the ball in his hand behind his back. That's a little dangerous. You drop the ball at the balk. And the curveball, he handles it this time. Hey, that's a good piece of hitting. Okay, so Nutt puts the ball in play to first base, and it drives the tying run to third, but it also brings up the top of the order for the Riders. So Easton Wolf with a chance here.
And it sets up the battle of the night.
So we've got Wolf at the plate, top of the order. Williams is still in the game pitching. We've got the tying run 90 feet away and 2 outs. If you're watching at home, don't go to the kitchen now. doesn't get any bigger than
No,
this.
it doesn't.
Oh, and a curveball outside. Did he hold up?
Yes, he did.
He did. Ball 1. And the fastball misses outside, 2-0. Wolf working into a better and better spot here.
Yeah.
Williams going to have to challenge him. I don't know. With 2 outs, do you really can't pitch around Wolf because then you got to deal with Horton. Comes down the middle that time. Count now 2-1.
It's just where we need the organ music, right?
That's
dun,
right.
Dun, dun, dun.
And this hit hard into center field. It's going to get over his head. Tie ball game. Wolf with the RBI.
He's
he
gonna
digs
go 3,
for second.
baby.
He's
going
going 3. The throw comes in. A triple for Wolf. RBI. We got a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th. Easton Wolf comes through with a big triple. And the RBI ties it up for all.
My.
Get out the cape. Superman has landed. All right, new ball game. Logan Horton comes to the plate with Wolf 90 feet away. High fastball misses. If your heart's not beating now, you need to make an appointment at Hope Medical.
That's right.
And the curveball
misses.
They might have finally gotten to Williams. The ball trickles away. Not far enough. Not far enough. Wolf wouldn't have had a chance. It's okay. Williams kind of ducked his head and just didn't catch the ball. All right, 2-0 count, 2 outs. Wolf at third, Horton at the plate. Fastball
nice
catches the inside corner. That was a nice pitch from Williams, 2-1. Goes outside, misses 3-1. Horton will get a pitch here. This is the one he worked for.
Yep.
Look for something to drive. Big curveball misses. They stay away from Horton, and we've got runners on first and third.
That brings up number 2, T.J. Bellin.
All right. This is also going to draw a visit from the Hudson coach. The moment doesn't get any bigger, folks.
It doesn't, and he's going to give it up. We're going to hear from Farmers Bank, which brings us our series here as they are the series sponsor.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I
need.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto.
So if you need a new set of tires, Center Tire's the place to go? Check. What if you just need one tire repaired? Check. But what if your car needs an oil change or it needs to be aligned? Check and check. It's all there at Center Tire.
All right, buddy. So Haran on the mound here for Hudson. Let's set it up for you. Riders have runners on the corners. 2 outs with Bellin at the plate. New pitcher. Nerves, wild pitch.
Yep, Wolf knocks in a game-tying RBI with the triple. They end up walking Horton, and that knocks out Williams. He's done for the night. Haran comes in to pitch, and T.J. Bellin with a chance. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And he's going to hit the first ball he sees into right field, and that'll do it. But what a big inning. The Riders, the triple from Wolf ties this ball game up, and there is new life for the Rough Riders. We'll come back for the bottom of the 7th. Hudson still has an at-bat, and we'll be right back after this.
The series between the Riders and the Hudson Hornets, brought to you by Farmer State Bank. Jack Callan.
Yes, sir.
What's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More.
What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things when you need your best.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
Everybody, welcome back. We go to the bottom of 7th. Wolf is still in there.
Yeah, he definitely earned the right to finish this game. We saw Williams come out for Hudson for the top of the 7th, did not finish the game. We'll see if Wolf can get 3 more outs and put this into extra innings.
The bottom half of the 7th inning for the Hudson Hornets. Catcher number 21, Cutter Warren.
It's going to bring up Cutter Warren, the catcher.
So they're going to face Warren, Slatter, and Ibarra, 2, 3, and 4 hole.
That's the good news for Hudson. They got their top of the lineup up. We were talking on the way up here. This was kind of a bellwether series to see where our program is, because Hudson has had a fine history of baseball, and I kind of like what we've seen here tonight.
Yeah, battling. It reminds me of the series with Bullard. We were right there with Bullard, one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Starts him off fastball outside and misses. Riders in here digging and scratching with the Hudson Hornets. Fastball driven into the gap. That'll be a single. He takes a big turn and goes to second. And he's in with a double. So Warren never checked up.
Nope. Kind of a slow roller out there.
Ball got in the gap in a hurry and then slowed down when it got into the outfield, and Warren never checked up, went all the way to second. So the Riders find themselves in a situation. They've got a man at second. Coach Ellis comes out. He's going to talk to his pitcher here. We'll see if Wolf stays on the mound. So Ellis is not asking for the ball. He's going to leave Wolf in there. He's just encouraging his defense. We got a guy at second. We got to work hard. Remember, Wolf has already gotten 21 outs.
Yeah.
In the, what was it, the fifth inning, he had to get 6 outs on 2 errors. So he's already pitching extra innings. Coach Ellis going to give Wolf a little bit more.
Got to dig down here, right? Got a runner on second with no outs.
Yeah, no room for errors here for the Riders.
That's going to bring up Slatter.
All right, so the shortstop, this is Levi Slatter, Brent Slatter's son. If you grew up in Center or Shelby County and you know the Slatters, Miss Beverly over at the sign shop, this is her grandson. He happens to live in Hudson. They're going to do a weird shift play, and the ball is hit a mile high. Not sure exactly what was going on there, but they have the shortstop Horton standing behind the mound, and he comes charging around the pitcher's mound. Y'all watch on camera. It's kind of an interesting little shift they got going. Don't know the strategy here. Oh, I see. They're trying to draw the runner's attention to Horton, and then Wolf was going to turn. T.J. Bellin had snuck in behind the runner at second. Okay, so now they're back in normal defensive position. So the foul at the plate makes it a strike. No outs. They do show bunt. This is high. He pulled back. Count now 1-1. So Horton jogs back in. I think we're going to see that loop play again. Now watch Bellin at second base. If Wolf gets the right signal, he'll spin and throw. Oh, no strike call. That was the curveball. Center faithful wanted it, but did not get the call. It's 2-1. Good looking pitch from Wolf. Lane popped up like he was going to throw.
Yep.
Goodness, had to ask the umpire where was the pitch. Here comes the loop, and there's the bunt. It's popped up. What a play by Horton. Double him off. Oh, no, he caught the ball. You got to be kidding me.
Ouch.
You got to be kidding me. Folks, Horton does the loop play, catches the ball in the air, immediately spins and throws behind the runner at second, but they called him safe.
What a play.
TJ was standing on the bag.
Yeah, well, let's just think about that play. I mean, the crazy play, but it works. That's just how it's supposed to happen.
It worked. All right, so Coach Ellis got his moment.
That's right.
The runner at second was called safe, even though
it was close.
It looked like TJ was on the back.
Yeah.
Hey, if anything, what a gutsy play call by Ellis, and it worked like he drew it up.
Yes.
Wow, we've seen it all tonight.
We have.
So the pop-up is caught for out number 1. This brings Ibarra to the plate. He's the cleanup hitter, man standing at second. The ball gets away from Lane. First pass ball of the night, could not come at a worse situation. That moves Slatter up to third. So Slatter in scoring position at third, one out. It was called a ball at the plate. I thought the umpire was cranking up for a strike. I think if Lane would have gloved it, it would have been a strike.
All right, Riders are now in. Right, they got to cut the runner down.
Okay, so the defense is tight. Here we go. 1 out. 1-0 count to the batter.
Can Wolf do it again? Can he strike this?
And this is fouled straight back 1-1. So Ibarra was swinging away. You saw TJ come crashing.
Yep.
I mean, here's the deal, folks. It's the bottom of the 7th. It's
Right.
a tie ball game, 4-4. If it gets all the way to the dirt on the infield, the runner scores from third. So
Are we defending against a squeeze play as well?
So here they come. Swings away. And this one fouled away. I mean, Coach Ellis is right. If the ball is hitting the outfield, it's over. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
If you don't catch it in the air, it doesn't matter.
But now we don't have to worry about the squeeze, so they can. I don't think they'll charge this time.
2 strikes on the batter. He is swinging away here. And this one popped up, foul as well. So Wolf making good pitches, challenging Ibarra.
He's got some pitches to do some stuff with, but again, we have to be very dangerous.
All right, we'll see. This is change up breaking ball territory. We'll see what Wolf chooses to do here. He takes the count. Here's the kick. Here's the breaking ball. The batter claims he was hit, and they're going to award first base.
I think he's right.
Yeah, but the umpire didn't come out saying he was hit. The batter claimed he was hit, and the umpire awarded.
I believe that's the correct call. I believe it caught him in the elbow. And again, I don't know if that matters. I don't know if that runner matters. Other than it sets up a double play potentially.
Well, the part that matters is just the
we had 2 strikes.
Giving it up, that would have been 2 strikes. Yeah. I mean,
I think that's all right. I mean, honestly, I was like, I think that hit him.
Well, the umpire didn't call that.
Not right away.
The batter turned around and pointed at his arm, and the umpire awarded first base. So,
but I still think I think it did hit him. I think the umpire got it right.
So we do have the potential now to double them off at second. Runners at the corners, first and third, 1 away. Tie ball game, bottom of the 7th. That one skips in, ball 1. Good job for Lane to keep that playable. Pass ball here ends the ball game.
Probably. It makes the play. It depends. I mean, there's a brick wall here. It will bounce back.
And there's the big hook. Lane again blocks it and keeps it in front. 2-0.
I almost worry at this point if you don't go ahead and load the bases. Does it matter? I mean, 1 all they need.
And 3-0. I would definitely put him on right here. We're going to see if they let E throw. Yep, they're going to let him throw the pitch. And ball 4. So 4-pitch walk issued to Horan. So the bases are loaded, brings up the center fielder May. 1 out. The Riders need to double 1 off somewhere. Any bag here, they're going to come in and cut the run.
Jackson May.
It's going to be a pinch runner for Horan. Nope, they're going to send him back to first. He is now pitching, but they're going to let him run. Probably for the experience. 1 away, bases loaded.
What a ball game, folks.
Fastball high, misses.
Yeah, but the problem is, right, there's nowhere to put him. Oh!
Tough call, misses inside. Wolf wanted to pitch, asking where it was. Lane turns around and asks where it was. Rough Rider faithful want to know where it was. The only guy that cares, though, is the umpire.
That's right.
And this is hit. Caught in the air. They throw it home. No cut. Safe at the plate. That's ball game. Slatter comes up the hero for the Hudson Hornets. Flatter scores from third on the RBI sacrifice fly from May. Tough night for the Rough Riders. It is 5-4. They lose here to the Hudson Hornets on senior night. What a ball game.
It's all right. I feel great.
What a ball game. Folks, you got your money's worth if you watch tonight. Terrific game played to the final out. Vadrine made the catch in right field. They tag up, they throw home, just not quite in time. All right.
All right, folks, we'll hear from our sponsors, and we'll see about what we can get for our post-game show.
The series between the Riders and the Hudson Hornets, brought to you by Farmer State Bank.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Aurora Concepts post-game show. Let's start with something to smile about, Jason Locke. I mean, in addition to the steak sandwich we had here, which was really good, I just want to talk about, I know there's
yeah, you know, the most impressive thing about this team is the grit.
Yep.
I mean, there's no quit. They come back late in the game in a tough spot. Wolf hits a triple to tie the game in the top of the seventh. They were down 4-1 in the sixth. They crawl back in and score 2 in the sixth, go 3-4. Wolf triples. They tie it in the seventh.
Yes.
I mean, you can't ask for much more. Now,
nope. You want to win.
You load the bases in the bottom of the seventh. You get so close, and everybody wants to win. Both teams played hard.
Yep.
But, you know, look, the wheels didn't come off. We didn't lose our composure. We didn't give up 6-7 runs in one inning like we have in the past. We kept fighting, kept scratching. That's just a credit to the Rough Riders and Coach Ellis. It's just a new culture here.
Exactly right. That's something to smile about. Again, that's the same thing, the grit that the players showed to come back after, you know, and the resiliency that we showed after coming back, having, you know, a couple of, you know, errors out in the field that led to a couple of runs that you could just pack it in and say, well, we'll get them Thursday. This is a good team, you know. Well, no.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We come back and fight and tie the thing up and have a chance to go up 5-4.
That's right, and we set the stage for Thursday night. What a showdown coming to the Horseshoe Thursday night, 7 o'clock, folks. If you can be there, you need to. It's going to be epic. Looking forward to the Riders and the Hornets, but we get them at home.
All right. So we'll talk about our Center Motor Company player of the game. I got my honorable mention for player game is Jaden Lane. Lane had Williams' number all night long. I mean, he scored the first run. And I mean, I know he had at least 2 to 3 big hits.
Yeah, we talked about him being due. He was due for a big night, and he got it. Hit the ball well. Commanded the game. Caught every pitch thrown, and Lane had a great game. You got to say it. The sophomore Easton Wolf pitching all 7 innings.
Yep.
Had to actually get 8 innings worth of outs because of a couple of defensive plays behind him, but then comes up big when it counted with the triple to tie the game in the top of the seventh. Just outstanding all the way around. All the Riders playing well, hitting well, being aggressive, showing a little grit. They barred their teeth there in the seventh and made this a fun ball game to watch.
That's right. So he's going to be 2 times in a row here. Easton Wolf, Captain Hook is our player of the game. Not only did he pitch, but again, like you said, the big clutch hits and getting on base.
That's right. It's a fun ball game to watch. Can't wait for Thursday night.
That's right, and we'll see what they got because we know we've got Bellin and Horton coming, and we'll see what they have as behind Williams.
Yeah, we think we've seen their best, so we'll see what happens. 7 o'clock first pitch Thursday night. Come out and support the Riders.
All right, we'll hear from Center Motor Company and JBA Financial, and we will close out the show with that, folks. Again, Riders lose a tough one. Was it 5-4 here in Hudson?
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center. JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.